welcome to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. Today I'm going to show you kind of a Thai spread because Thai is actually one of my favorite cuisines, and I was actually having a craving for chicken satay, so I thought, okay, let's show you how to make that. It's a perfect appetizer or a weeknight meal that you can make. The marinade is a really simple one, and the truth is there are a lot of different types of chicken satay, but this one is a very simple one that you can use to learn how to make it, and you can modify it to however you like. What this will take for this recipe is 2 pounds of chicken breast, or you can use chicken thighs. Obviously, if you use chicken thighs, it'll be a lot more moist because dark meat is always going to be a little bit more tender than the white meat. But I have here 2 pounds of chicken breast. You will also need for this recipe 1 cup of coconut milk. You need 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. You also need 2 teaspoons of sugar. You also need 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. And then you also need 2 tablespoons of curry powder. And then I have here 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And then I also have here 1 teaspoon of salt. So it's a pretty simple marinade. You only need to marinate it for about half an hour, so it kind of has a simple kind of flavoring, and then the flavor is going to come from the peanut sauce that I'll show you how to make while we're waiting for all that to cook up. I also have here wooden skewers that I've soaked in water. You need to soak it for about 30 minutes so that when you are grilling it up, it doesn't burn. For this marinade, what we need here, I'll combine. Shake up our coconut milk. One of the reasons why I love Thai food is it's super complex and the flavors are always so, it hits you everywhere when you eat it. You get a little bit of tang, sweet, salty. But chicken satay is a really great appetizer to serve your guests and so forth. So I always love meal items that are good to impress your guests when you have people over. So, and Thai cooking just uses a lot of coconut milk, but if you love coconut, you're going to love Thai cooking because it's such a staple. Okay, so we have here 1 cup, then we have the coriander powder, and our sugar, our salt, and here's our curry powder. It's so fragrant. And here's our garlic. And here's our turmeric. I use turmeric so much that I just ordered a huge bag, and it's extra. It's just so gorgeous. I love using turmeric. You're gonna need 2 teaspoons of this. Beautiful. We'll just mix this all together. Okay, so our marinade is done, and I have here boneless chicken breasts, boneless skinless chicken breasts. But like I said, you could use the thighs. Generally, I do like using chicken thighs because it's much more moist, but chicken breast can be used for chicken satay and it's delicious as well. So I'm going to just cut it into about 1/4 inch pieces. And if you're going to do like bite-sized pieces, you can cut them smaller, or if you have longer skewers, you can make them longer too. So depending on what you have going on, you can adjust that. Okay. So now our chicken is all cut up, and we'll toss them in the marinade. Marinating gloves. Just toss them in. Coconut milk is going to make it super tender and so flavorful. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna cover this and let it marinate for a little bit, and in the meantime, I will show you how to make the sauce. And then once the sauce is ready, this will be ready to start grilling. So it's a really simple and fast recipe. So now we have our chicken marinating, and we'll let that marinate for a little bit. In the meantime, I'll show you how to make the sauce. And it's a really simple peanut sauce, and you can adjust it to your taste. And so what you need for this recipe is 3/4 of a cup of coconut milk. And it actually works out perfectly because the rest of this coconut milk that you had used for the marinade turns out to be 3/4 of a cup. So you only need 1 can of coconut milk for this recipe. So we're gonna heat that up, and then to that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of this chili paste with soybean oil. We'll also add there 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and then we'll also add 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and then we also need 3 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. So you can also toast some peanuts as a topping for this as well. You can make it spicy, you can add garlic, whatever you like you can add so that it's a little bit more flavorful. I don't think you can go wrong with this peanut sauce. So I feel like everything that you dip in peanut sauce is gonna be really good. So we have the heat on medium. The fish sauce. Vinegar. Chili oil. Our peanut butter. That's your peanut sauce. So now all you need to do is just taste it, and you can add more fish sauce if you like a little bit saltier, sweeter, you can add sugar. Or if you want a little bit spicier, you can add more of the chili oil. It's been marinating. And obviously the longer you marinate, the more flavorful it will be. Once I open that top, I could smell it right away. Okay, so we have our skewer sticks that have been soaking. And we'll just start skewering them. So these skewers are a little bit smaller because they're kind of more of an appetizer type of skewer, so that you have some nice presentation. But you can always use just a regular skewers. Perfect. Everything's perfect. Okay, so now all of our chicken satay is all skewered and ready for our convection oven. Now, like I said, if you have a grill, it works better, and you get the nice char on it. And I lined it with foil so that when it drips down, it will be easier for me to clean later. So. Okay, so now I have this in here, and then I put it on the highest setting at 250 degrees, and then I just put the timer on, and then this will activate it, and then I'll start cooking. So hands off, and then once this is done, we'll prep it and put it all together, and then we can eat our chicken satay. Smells so good. Okay. They're just about done, but we'll give them a little bit of a char. Okay, now our chicken is ready. It smells, ooh, that smells so good. Okay, now I'm gonna remove this and we'll start plating it, so to speak, and then I'll put out the peanut sauce. We'll pour our sauce in. Peanut sauce. Peanuts. Okay. Okay, and then we'll finish garnishing. And I have here a little bit of cilantro, and we'll just cut it up really thinly just to give it a pop of green. Okay, I'll try a little bit of the peanut sauce. I'll try this guy. Oh, okay, I'll try it. It's so flavorful. The chicken on its own has a lot of flavor. It has the coriander. You can taste a little bit of the coconut. It has a really nice contrast, so it's a little bit salty, a little bit sweet. It's like a perfect little appetizer. So, it's really good. I think it's great for entertaining, which you can impress your friends with and everything. So, it's a keeper.